Hey folks, this is Vent with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly review Make Your Kingdom. This is a game that you can find on Steam for about 15 bucks. There is a 15% launch discount until January 27th, 2022. So if you like what you see here, you can act on that discount and get the game for slightly cheaper. So what is Make Your Kingdom? Well, according to the Steam store page, it is a city building game unique to its genre. Okay. Play as a founder of the settlement, help build your kingdom, carry the resources, talk to other settlers, motivate them, and fight off hordes of orcs with your own sword. Why did I snort when it said unique to its genre? Have you ever heard of the game Kingdoms and Castles? That is a game that you can actually find on Steam for $5 less. It's $10 on Steam. And it's, for the most part, a rehash. So this whole unique to its genre bullcrap. Yes, this Make Your Kingdom does a couple of things that are unique in the sense that you can actually take control of a little person, walk around with them. You can, like, briefly talk to other villagers, very bare bones. You can pick stuff up and deliver it to a building if it's being constructed. You can help to construct the building and so on. But other games have done that before too. So this whole unique thing, no, it's not unique. This game is far from that, okay? This is a rehash of a game that I've already played, and it's more expensive. So you can kind of see my general mood about this game. Now, I know what you're saying. Vince, you're coming out swinging. What's the game about? Well, there are three game modes available for this game. There's the prologue, which is like your tutorial. It shows you how to play the game. And then once you get past the prologue, there's expedition and there's casual. In expedition, you start from scratch, but you have to deal with things like cold, hunger, external threats, and other quote-unquote twists of fate. Or you can play on casual, which is develop your kingdom without challenges or outside enemies, no pressure. So you can, you can take it rough or not, but there's no like extra layer of difficulty adjustment. It's one or the other. And that's one thing I wish the game would, give me more choice. There's no map generator so I can see what I'm getting into. When I was done with the prologue, it said, do you want a small, medium, or large map? And it gave me a seed, which means nothing to me if I can't see the preview of the map that I'm about to get. So, like, yeah, there's very bare bones stuff going on here. Kingdoms and Castles has a map previewer, so you can actually see what you're getting before you accept it. This game does not, and it's, again, $5 more expensive. Once you actually get into the game, like I said, if you've played a medieval city builder before, you know what you're getting into. First, you build the lumber mill. You can assign trees to be cut down, like in RimWorld. You've got, mines that you can put next to mountains, and they'll get the stone that you need. And then you build architect buildings, which will help you repair all of your buildings. So build a couple of those. You need houses to house everybody. At some point, you'll be able to pay money to bring in an airship to bring more people to your settlement, but you have to make sure they're housed. You have to build a coal generator so that, people are warm during the winter. You build farms, a mill so that you can process the grain into bread, which is weird. Typically it's a three-step process. You have farm, mill, and then bakery. But in this game, it's just farm and mill. Somehow the bakery is automatically shoved into the mill somehow. So you know what you're getting into. It's the same things that I've seen almost 100 times before when I play games like this. The interface isn't bad. Upper left-hand corner, you've got your quest log of sorts, your time controls. Upper right hand corner, you've got how many population you have, how much gold. You can see how much stone and boards and food you have, but that's about it. There is a priorities button, and you can move priorities around, but there's no grand, in Banished, you can actually see at a glance how many workers you have. You can easily, it's like a job menu. You can actually assign villagers to each thing, and then any you have left over are your laborers. In this game, I don't see that. I don't see a way to see how many, people are working on this. Yes, you can click on the plus and minus buttons on individual buildings and in the priorities menu to assign more people to a job, but there's no like population included in there to know, okay, I've got 10 villagers left over without a job. I can assign 2 here if I want. I don't see that. This is a very bare bones UI. It's not giving me enough information that I'm used to seeing in games like this. So, yeah. On the very bottom, you've got a build menu. You can build, again, various foods. You can harvest berries. Another weird thing is that your harvest commands for like getting wood in the environment or gathering berries, they're lumped in with the buildings. So some of your buttons in your build menu are actual gather actions, and again, it's just weird that they've lumped it all together like that. But yeah, there's sheep farms and so on. Then you get into storehouses. I already mentioned the coal. There's a foundry where you can start getting iron. A market. Again, this is all standard stuff. And then you've got your defensive buildings. There's like 4 of those. So honestly, the only thing that really I thought was cool was the first person view, but it's a very limited viewpoint. Nice, sure, but it's not like game breaking and not most certainly unique. So do I recommend this? If you're that desperate for something other than kingdoms and castles, then But yeah, there are other options out there. If you have not played Kingdoms and Castles, I recommend that over this. You'll save yourself $5 and it has more options. So there you go. It's a good effort, but I think this game is just a copy paste with less features, and in order for it to really be recommended, I think it needs to set itself apart in a number of ways before I would call it done. I mean, you've got other games, like Foundation is another one that's out there that it has a unique build system and region control, similar to the, say, Northgard, but this game I feel like someone looked at Kingdoms and Castles and said, hey, let's do that, and then made a crappier version of it, and then left out features, and that's what I feel like when I play this. So I have no reason to come back to it. But again, if you're that hard up for Kingdoms and Castles and are tired of playing it and you want something like it, maybe. But again, Foundation is another game that's out there that might suit the bill better for you. But yeah, that's it. Make Your Kingdom, again, $15 on Steam. If you guys haven't already, subscribe on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.